Hi guys, it's Miss Stefan. We're going to talk a little bit about color theory in the novel The Book Thief. A little bit about color theory that you may be aware of or may not be aware of, especially psychologically, and how color is used all around you. First of all, Death sees colors. Death is our narrator, of course, and he sees colors before he sees people, as he tells us in the very first lines of the novel. Therefore, you need to know what the colors mean. We're going to talk a lot about what they mean symbolically, and then also what they mean symbolically to you and to the world around you. So why does color matter? So research reveals that people make a subconscious judgment about a person, an environment, or a product within 90 seconds of initial viewing, and that between 62 and 90% of that assessment is based on color alone. So think about when you shop, think about being a consumer of products, and how many times you base your decisions upon a product's color and whether or not you buy it. We are drawn to certain colors. We have, favorite colors. I know I personally have favorite colors. I'm drawn to certain colors in my wardrobe, usually black. But anyway, we are drawn to certain colors. So we usually make judgments based upon those. So emotions also are associated with different colors. So you can see on this wheel, I'll give you a second to study it, that different emotions are associated psychologically with different colors on the color wheel. You can see that anger is in the red category there. Fear is in the yellow category. Sadness, grief is in the blue category. Happiness, satisfaction in the green category. So just look around, see the different colors and how they're associated with different emotions psychologically. Okay, so here are a couple more examples of emotions and how they are psychologically connected to colors. All right, if you want to continue to look at this slide, you can go ahead and pause here, but we'll move on. All right, so some other facts about color. Color helps you increase memory. Some people believe that if you put facts to study on colored flashcards, that it can increase your memory rather than putting them on a white flashcard. Color engages and it increases participation. Ads that are in color are read up to 42% more often than the same ads in black and white, which is why advertising in magazines is considered more effective than advertising in newspapers. Color attracts attention, of course. Tests indicate that a black and white image may sustain interest for less than 2/3 of a second, whereas a colored image holds attention for 2 seconds or more. People cannot process every object within view at one time. Therefore, color can be used as a tool to emphasize or de-emphasize areas. So if you notice in advertising, oftentimes color is used to emphasize a certain area in an advertisement or the product itself. A Midwestern insurance company used color to highlight key information on their invoices, and as a result, they began receiving customer payments an average of 14 days earlier because they were using color to their advantage and it was being noticed better. So color and brand identity. Color increases brand recognition by up to 80%. It's a huge percentage. So if you think of your favorite brands that you use, a lot of what makes them recognizable is the color that they use in their logos. Heinz, color influences brand identity in a lot of ways. So we associate Heinz with the ketchup, of course. So another thing to consider, though, was the phenomenal success that Heinz Easy Squirt Blastin' Green ketchup has had in the marketplace. So this was a while ago, actually, this study. More than 10 million bottles of Blastin' Green ketchup were sold in the first 7 months following its introduction, with Heinz factories working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to keep up with the demand. So basically, Heinz changed the color of its normally red ketchup to green, and they could not keep up with demand. The result was $23 million in sales, and it was all attributable to Heinz green ketchup, which was the highest sales increase in brand history. And it was all because of a simple color change. In contrast, they also tried to change the color once to purple. So they had a purple ketchup. It did not go over well at all because the color change was not appetizing. Purple is not a natural color such as green or red for ketchup. So it did not go over well at all. It was a huge disaster. So that color change worked against them that time. A different example would be the Apple computer. So Apple brought color into a marketplace where color had not been seen before, so with the computer. So they introduced iMac in color. So Apple was the first to say it doesn't have to be beige. So the iMac reinvigorated a brand that had suffered a $1.8 billion loss in 2 years. So it reinvigorated it by introducing iMacs that were available in orange and blue and pink. And it was simply because color, it brought back the popularity of the Apple computer. Okay, so here are details on the main colors that you can see. Let's talk about red. Red is the color that we pay the most attention to. It is the warmest and the most energetic color in the spectrum. We associate it with love, danger, desire, speed, strength, violence, anger, emergency, blood, etc. It evokes a fight or flight response. It raises our blood pressure. It makes our heart beat faster. It is the most noticeable color, so if you ever are looking for the emergency room at a hospital, it is always going to be in red. Exit signs are always going to be in red. Anything that needs to be noticed immediately is usually written in red. You're going to notice this a lot now. So in advertising, a lot of red can be found in logos. So if you look, KFC, Coca-Cola, CNN, Lego, Yahoo, a lot of it is red. It's a bold color. All right. So anything of strong feeling, such as love, desire, anger, all of the strong emotions, no matter where they are on the spectrum, they are associated a lot of times with red. Green. It's the one most often cited as their favorite color. It represents nature, the environment, health, good luck, renewal, youth, spring, fertility, jealousy, envy, and misfortune. It's often worn in operating rooms by surgeons. It can be seen as a soothing color because of its health connection. Good luck because it's the color of the shamrock, as you can see there on Good Luck Care Bear. Nature, it's the grass, it's the trees. Same with spring and fertility and youth. It's the color of the grass, it's the color of nature. White is what we see when all colors come together in perfect balance. It represents purity, simplicity, cleanliness, peace, humility, innocence, youth, birth, winter, good, and marriage. It is also what we say a little white lie. It's innocent. It's clean. It's pure. There is a reason that brides are traditionally wearing white on their wedding day. Traditionally, it's because they were supposed to be a virgin on their wedding day. They were innocent. They were pure. All right? And the opposite of that is black. It is the absence of light and therefore of color. It represents power, sexuality, sophistication, formality, elegance, wealth, mystery, fear, evil, unhappiness, depth, sadness, anger, mourning, and death. It's often associated with death and evil, all things that are dark and mysterious. We associate them with Black Market and Black Monday. Blue is often considered to be the safest global color. It's also considered a business color because it reflects reliability. It represents peace and tranquility, calm, stability, harmony, unity, trust, truth, confidence, security, cleanliness, order, loyalty, sky, water, cold, technology, and it can also signify depression when we say that we're feeling blue. With calmness and tranquility and peace, think of when you see water. Water often signifies peace and tranquility. It can slow the pulse rate. It can lower your body temperature. It can reduce your appetite. If you look around in doctor's offices, you'll often see blue. Scrubs that nurses wear are often shades of blue because it's a calming color. Purple represents royalty, so you may know that because in social studies you learned that purple back in the day was the most expensive color of fabric to make because of the dye. The dye was very expensive. So you only wore purple if you were rich, if you were wealthy, and that would mean that you were probably a royal. So it represents royalty and nobility. It also can represent spirituality, ceremony, mystery, transformation, wisdom, enlightenment, cruelty, arrogance, and also mourning. If you're a churchgoer, especially in the Catholic Church, during the season of Lent, the season right before Easter, the priest will often wear purple robes to indicate this period of mourning before Jesus was crucified on the cross. It's considered an exotic color, and it's also a trendy color that targets creative types, and incidentally, is my favorite color. We have yellow, which often represents joy and happiness, optimism, idealism, imagination, hope, sunshine, summer, philosophy, dishonesty, betrayal, deceit, illness, hazard, spirituality, and inspiration. A yellow rose is a symbol of friendship, and it's less passionate or threatening than the red ones. So if you are giving someone a red rose, it often indicates that you are a romantic couple, but a yellow rose indicates that you are just friends. So if a boy gives you a yellow rose, girls, you may have just been friend-zoned. Orange is a combination of red and yellow, so that often expresses energy, and it has attention-getting purposes. It represents balance and warmth, so think of the sun. The sun is portrayed as orange, so that's that warmth and that enthusiasm, that vibrance. It demands attention, just like the sun. Okay, so I want you to think back to orange and yellow, blue and purple, white and black, green, and red. What they represent, what emotions they evoke. Think back to some of these charts about what feelings they evoke, what emotions that they psychologically are paired with. And this is what you're going to do for your assignment in color symbolism. I want you to go ahead and open up a Google Doc. I want you to title it Color Symbol and your name. And I have asked you to have a photograph ready, a picture, on your Google Drive. So you're going to go ahead and insert that image. So go to Insert, Image, and you're going to pull that up from your Google Drive. Mine is actually not on my Google Drive. It is on my C drive, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull that up really quick. But you're going to pull up your photograph. So this is a picture of me and my friend Holly. You're going to resize it. It doesn't have to be giant. That's actually pretty big. All right. And we are going to recolor our image to reflect a piece of our personality. So going back to our emotions color wheel, I want you to think of what color you think would be able to best represent you. Are you a person of strong emotion? All right, would you be considered, would we associate you with love, with danger, with anger, with violence? Would we associate you more with good luck, with youth, with jealousy, with misfortune? Would we associate you with sophistication, with mystery? Would we associate you with simplicity, with cleanliness? What emotion, what personality trait would we associate with you with, and what color would that be? So go to Image Options and go to the Recolor tool, and you can choose any of the recolors here that you believe best fits your personality. I'm going to choose yellow. Once you've chosen your recolor, you're going to click out of your picture, and you are going to then write why you have chosen that color. The writing prompt exactly is in Canvas. in the Station 1 prompt. So it'll tell you exactly what it is that you need to write, and then you're going to write your writing prompt right on the sheet underneath your picture, and then you're going to share that with me. Megan.Steffen@boone.kyschools.us. Once you share that with me, you are done. You are good to go with Station 2. All right, so choose a color, recolor your photograph that best encapsulates your personality, and that can be your personality forever or your personality today, because I think it changes every once in a while. And that's it. All right, thanks guys.